Welcome, pilots! I thought I'd give a bit of a channel update as it relates to my forthcoming plans for EVE Online content. I'll be releasing plenty of videos for the foreseeable future, with a continued focus on video guides for traditional PvE content, more content for any and all upcoming events, and my take on news that's potentially related to PvE. Though it does seem like I misread what these narrative arcs are going to be all about in the last video. I'm committed to completing my long-term project to host a comprehensive library of video guides for high-security combat sites. Coming up next is the 13-part video series for Blood Raider sites, starting with the 4 combat anomalies. While these don't generally get a lot of views up front, they are for sites that have existed for years after all. I see this as a bit of a service for younger pilots who are either new to PvE combat, or struggling with some of the more difficult sites. The Blood Raider series will take me through most of July to complete. Immediately following this, I'll release the final new player frigate guide for Amar pilots. There will be 2 more series after this. One for Sancha's Nation combat sites, which I hope to start releasing later in the summer, and the other for Rogue Drone sites, which I'm tentatively penciling in for late 2022. A few months ago, I started a series on fitting tactical destroyers for PvE. I plan on continuing this after the Blood Raider series is complete, but prior to the Sancha's Nation series. There will be one video for each tactical destroyer, taking a look at the performance and combat sites against each pirate faction. For the last few events, I've been releasing video guides for each of the exploration and combat-focused event sites. The exploration sites tend to be accessible to all players, while the combat sites seem to be geared towards Omega pilots, at least if you plan on running them solo. I plan on skilling up my alpha accounts that I'd been using for the new player frigate guides. I'll use them to test out fits for the event combat sites to see if I can help out our alpha players complete these sites. And speaking of alpha pilots, I also plan on following up the new player frigate guides with a somewhat similar series for younger players flying regular cruisers. This will take things well into the future, on a 2023 timeline that I can't really predict just yet. Some of my other tentative plans for 2023 include a PvE ship-fitting series for faction cruisers, a short video series on regular data and relic sites, a video series on abyssal dead space, and a video guide for solo pilots on how to safely traverse and set up shop in low-security space. Some of my earliest viewers might be wondering about content for Cosmos missions or the Epic Arcs. My first series was a blind playthrough of the Gallente Epic Arc, Syndication. I'm considering doing the same for the Minmatar Arc, as my main character does have high enough standings to run it. And not long after that, I released a series for the Gallente Cosmos. I actually started working on a similar series for the Caldari Cosmos about a year ago, but halted its production. Unfortunately, this content is not only very niche, but it also hasn't aged very well and tends to be buggy. It's really too bad because, well, it's my kind of niche. I quite like the blend of lore, story, exploration, and combat that Cosmos has the potential to bring. But it became frustrating when I realized, for example, that the special belt rats necessary for the Path to Enlightenment mission don't seem to be spawning the same way they used to. A similar issue affects all the Cosmos factions. So if I put all this effort into creating a Caldari Cosmos video series, and then something else unexpectedly breaks in the future, how helpful will my videos be? I think if I do any more video guides on Cosmos, I may limit it to the static sites, or at least include a strong warning that the guides may become out of date. And as an update for Riley Entertainment in general, I also recently started a separate channel where I'll be posting short animated videos whenever something inspires me. Go check out the Riley Entertainment Satire channel if you want a taste of my zany sense of humor. Stay tuned to Riley Entertainment for my upcoming video series on Blood Raider combat sites. And smash that like button if you enjoy my content.